There's a magical treasure, Trevor. It's the things that he does are ever so clever. Look at him now, disappearing the cow. Where is the cow? Hitting it now. Taking a bow, it's a magical Trevor. But he knows that the trick was clever. Fuck, I've forgotten a bit. I've forgotten many bits. I keep forgetting to do his leap. I do not know how many people are going to be here today. The cow is back. Where can is back? Back from its magical journey. Okay, I've got dark blue. Dark blue. There's lots of filler coloring in. That is fine because it's the filler pencils, so it's easy. It's easy. Shut up, Desk. Desk is laughing at me, guys. Desk is laughing at me, guys. I'm kind of recording this. I'm live early in the morning-ish. So I totally understand if, like, nobody's here. Because it is early. It's so early. Come on. I've just got to get a few more bits of this robe done. I can't do anything about squeaking. But I'm holding it. I'm holding the thing on. Oh, okay. It's not squeaking anymore. Well, ain't that for shit. I can't do this for the entire thing. That's not how the force works. I don't understand how these pencils can be so inconsistent sometimes. These are supposed to be the posh pencils. And yeah, they've done an incredible job on the piece of clothing just above this piece of clothing. And yet on this piece, it's all slightly faded. I mean, it doesn't really matter because I'm going to go over this again in purple. I need to make this robe purple. Purpley. So I'm going to have to go over this again in that pinky colour. But it's just annoying, you know? Like, it's so annoying, guys. Do his jeans. Got to do his jeans. He's wearing jeans. So I've got to do his jeans. Do his jeans. More jeans. The thing about jeans is that, you know, the denim material is very, very easy to not give a crap about it. So I can actually color that in rather quickly and not worry about it looking kind of tacky, because jeans or denim, the denim material, is kind of naturally kind of that way. You know, it's got little bits of white in it, so you don't have to worry about it so much in the first place. So I'm okay. I'm totally not bummed, really, about leaving pieces of white on his jeans. I'm all alone this morning. I know, people are asleep and stuff. Happens. It happens. However, it's going to be slightly annoying because I need opinions and stuff. Okay, so this blue's done. So now I've got the pink, purple, pink. And I want to add it to this colour. I want to add it to his robes. I want him to have purple robes. So I'm adding it to the blue that I've got on the robe. Without destroying the paper, hopefully. I haven't already done this technique before, not with these pencils, but the same technique. One of my recent Vor pictures. And it worked out quite nicely. However, here it's not working out so much, but I mean, it's like, I'm not that bummed out about it. I like the dark blue colour of his robes anyway. So, you know. What happens if we add to green? What happens? I mean, I don't know because I can't see pink. So, but I'm going to add a bit of it to the hat, just to give the hat some oomph, because it's an oomphy hat. It's an oomphy hat. The wizard hat. It's very oomphy. Got some oomph to it. So this is an entirely new character design. You know, this is a new character design. This is kind of like one of my personas. It's going to be, and I've made him kind of a green / grey bear. Oh, but bad, not goodness. So we've got this fancy red colour. That I want for the, I'm going to have on the braces. Actually, I think I'm going to use the orangey red colour. That's a bit too scarlet. So we've got this red, which is slightly better. Although that tip is just not working. It's got way too much of the white coating. just performing surgery on a pencil. Normally I put them in the sharpener, but this one's okay. It just needs to get rid of some of this white coating. Because like these pencils in particular, because they're posh, they've kind of got this coating around the pencil to stop it from like stop you from damaging the lead, like if you drop it or something, which is all well and good, but it's not very good writing material. Yeah, coloring. It's not very good coloring. I don't know why they put it on pencils. Why can't they? I don't. Well, yeah, I do know why. Just get rid of it. My trusty tiny knife. It's actually my pipe knife, but yeah. Hey, Howard. There we go. Now it's nice and sharp and stabby, which is not what we're going to do. I just needed to do the braces, and I needed to use this pencil. But if I sharpen this pencil, it wouldn't work. Well, it would work, but it's wasteful. Oh, this red. This is a different kind of red. It's a deep scarlet red. So I wanted to do his braces, and I want his braces to be red. Wait. It's good. I'm going to do all of the fancy effects soon. Because this picture, because it's got magic in it, it's got to have special effects. And I'm just doing all the touching up before we get to all of the yellows and pinks and greens and stuff. With the magic, the magic. I need the orange because I've got some golden stuff. Just golden stuff. Hope the decorations went well. I'm still doing them. Annoyingly, I can't do one of the trees because I put the lights on before I put the decorations on the trees, and yeah. But I've got the lights on one of the trees, and I've got some of the lights on another tree because I've got two trees. And I'm going to be putting the decorations on one of the trees. So yeah, I'm going to do that later. That's actually why I'm not going to be on here super late long. I'm basically going to do this, maybe hang out for 10 minutes, and then I'm going to go mayhaps. Right, so do you want to see what I've got so far? So this is without any background effects. So I made him a, I've got, he's slightly greenish grey. I wondered who's going to pick up on that. And no, you can't see his eyes. I'm making him pupilless just for the sake of it, I guess. But yeah, he's green and grey. And then you see his puffy form, and you've got his regular modern day form. So yeah. And he basically has a puffy form where he accumulates energy, magical energy, to use on stuff. Because why not? Honestly, there isn't actually any reasoning to it behind it. It just is because why not? So yeah, I'm thinking about what I could do as kind of a background thing. I've still got a cold, by the way. I'm basically feeling tons better, but I've got an overabundance of crap just built up in my throat, which is super fun. Which is super fun. I've missed out on a golden part. Well, it's more bronze. There we go. Because I've got his cane in real life. Basically, extends to be an actual his mast. His staff is basically a jewel-encrusted axe. That's what it is. Yeah, but I'm dealing with all the crap, which is fun. Like I said, it's fun. I just got to keep my fluids up and, you know, get rid of it. Okay, so I'm thinking what I can do for the glowy stuff. For the magic of the glowy stuff. It's kind of like he's holding up an orb. He's powering up an orb from his internal power reserve and also the book. There's like casting a spell of some kind. And yeah, it's basically going to have lots of little orbs. Kind of, I'm going to try to see how that looks and stuff. And yeah, so I'm thinking maybe of just putting these two other pictures in kind of circles or bubbles of some kind. I don't know. I'm thinking. Well, so we've got this super bright color. We have the neon. I'll get off. The neon yellow. It's incredibly pale. I can't even see it properly. I'm going to sharpen it out and take it off actually. But the other colors I've got are orange. I've got pink, and I can use green to an extent. I've kind of got light green, and I do like that. So I've got pink. That's a color, and orange, and green. I mean, I could use blue as well, but these are my neon colors. So yeah. I'm going to use this because it's just the brightest color, and it makes it's basically next to white. You know, it's the brightest kind of like almost eye-hurty color. It's that bright. Sharp. It's not sharp enough. It's just sharp enough. So yeah, I've got these colors. I'm going to use these as like the orbs, I think, and this is just the bright color to, you know, it kind of emphasizes, you know, just it's kind of like going to be beams of light, whereas these colors are kind of like the colors of the tiny orbs that he's holding, that he's going to be holding when I draw it. So yeah. Whereas that is just going to be a beam of light kind of color. So I'm going to have 3 orbs circling around a big light. And also circling one of these dudes, one of the heads. Idea. I think I'm going to use orange. And then green. Right, I think I know what I'm doing. So each of the orbs is going to signify each of the pictures, and the one I'm doing right now is pink, and the one with the least pink in it has got to be the top one. So I'm going to kind of do almost like a beam effect. Right. So that one's pretty good. I'm going to do a circle around the other one, kind of almost like a sphere. I see you're wearing the shirt. The shirt? The shirt. What I'm wearing. All right. I might use that again. I might. I don't know yet. Okay, so the one with the most green, the one with the least, the picture with the least green in it, because of his clothing mostly. Because I've got a green tint for his fur, I'm kind of, yeah, I'm a bit hesitant to make something just super green. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of like half semicircle off this. Oh, I've got to do another circle on the paw. Well, this green wasn't a good choice. You can barely see it. I just backtracked completely just now. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna do it like a circle, but no. Instead, what I'm gonna do is like a kind of crystalline kind of thing just behind him. I don't know why. It kind of is working. Not a lot, but you know, it's working. The trick of crystals is, by the way, is to like yeah, like a crystalline kind of like effect behind them. Is basically not to connect up a bunch of lines. Do the outline and then don't connect up all of the lines that make them. Kind of the crystalline effect. If you know what I'm saying, like, nobody knows what I'm saying. It's supposed to give you just a vague idea about what's behind him anyway. It's not really supposed to be a whole thing. I don't even know why I went with the whole crystalline idea. Now I think about it. I'm doing a bunch of crystals behind him. That's all. That's all it is. Nothing that weird about it. It's just kind of a. It's just kind of a weird thing that my brain did. It's like, instead of doing a circle like a bubble, make it a crystal. Do the opposite of what my brain is thinking. Sort of like a planned. No, crystalline, crystal, crystals. See, there's a bunch of crystals behind him. Okay. Crystals. So yeah, that's cool. It's kind of like an emerald kind of thing going on behind him. Kind of, it did just set off the AXA nicely. The AXA, nicely AXA. Okay, the last one. I really should sharpen my pencils for this. Okay, I'm going to need a color. Just a random color that you like, maybe. That isn't green and isn't blue. It can't be green or blue based, because, yeah, I know that's basically everything, but I'm using orange. It's okay. It's okay. Fuck. Okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. I can do like maybe brown. That's dark orange. Can't really be purple. I can't really do purple. Red is doable. There isn't much red in this picture. I don't know is the answer to that. It's okay. Honestly, it's okay. I'm gonna use brown, but I just don't want it to turn into an earthy mess. Honestly, less is more with this picture. Oh, I forgot to add the text into the book, the magic book, which was a whole big thing. Okay. No, I've already done pink. That's pink. Use distracted by food. It's okay. Happens to me all the time. Right. I did also want to make his eyes kind of do that glowy thing. The cute, super cute, better, cute glue thing. But it's fine. I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring it out as I go. It's not super killing me that it's just the background, you know. It's just the background, so I'm not that bummed about it. Okay. So now I want the yellow because the yellow is important. Sounds like a dog yelping. Arr, 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 arr. Okay, I think, to be honest, I think I'm done. I was going to put some brown in the background, but fuck it, you know. Done most of it now. What's left is the turkey, right? Okay, you want to see? Well, I'm going to show you anyway. I was going to do kind of like an orangey kind of cloud-like effect around it. You know what? I can still do that. I can do that. I can still do that. It's not going to take that. 3 hours later. It took forever. What the fuck? Like I was going to have him on an orange cloud kind of thing. background work. Don't yeah, just yeah. I can't just leave it. It'll drive me crazy. Right, where's my yellow? I put it away, didn't I? Because I'm a dingus. Right, I want to do little just streaks. Little streaks of yellow. Just make it look kind of like more powerfully and glowy and stuff. So yeah, I just added some clouds and I just added some kind of like a cloudy effect and stuff. And just for the kick of it, just for the stinky of it, whatever the word of it, think up a word. I can't think of a word because we haven't had much of this color. It's brown. I'm actually going to do the do the bit that nobody's going to see or care about, just the ground. Okay, now it's done. We still haven't named him. We need to name him. I don't know. So yeah, I've got a new character, and he's a grey bear. That's also a magic. He's a magi or a wizard. Somebody did tell me the rules. But I don't know what the rules are. He basically learnt magic in the forest. He's a forest bear. He just came into being with magical powers. So what does that make him? Well, no, the color isn't. The color of his robes aren't permanent. They change. You can change them whenever. His hat is always green. It's always dark green. Although I guess that could change too. It's a hat. I basically just did blue because there was just lots of. The robe looks good. It's like a good robe. Yeah. Where's the camera? There's nothing on the camera. Stop freaking out. You, I don't know. I don't know. Can we think of a different name? I'm just not a fan of. I like the. I like the Ursa. You know, like it could be called Bursa. I like Ursa Door, like Ursa, as in bear. You know, that's cool. I like that idea. But Usidore, is that how it's spelled? How is Ursa spelled? As in Ursa Minor. Like Ursa Ring, but not. I don't like door. I don't like it. I don't like door. Can we just But I like the Ursa idea, you know. I like the idea of Ursa, but Ursa Tubbs. Maybe just Ursa, I don't know. Ursa Boulder. Ursa Boulder. I like the two, you know, the two name deal. Ursaria, it's a bit feminine. I don't know what it is. It just that it doesn't click. Ursaria. Ursaria. It sounds like his wife. Maybe he's got a wife. He's a whole new character. Who knows? The possibilities are endless. But yeah, Ursaria would be his wife, I think. Ursa Boulder sounds cool. I don't know why but Ursa Boulder sounds good. I don't know why. It's like you got Ursa Minor, Ursa Major, Ursa Boulder. But I don't know. It's good because you can basically argue that like he's you know bolder because he is kind of like an earth mage or something. You know, he's got a crystal in his belly button. So Ursa the Bolt, no. I don't know why I'm not a fan of Ursa the Bold, but Ursa Boulder. I don't. I do like Ursa. I like Ursa. Like that's his first name. It could just be Ursa. But then again, I've got this bad theory that basically somebody's going to come up to him and be like, you know, what's your name? It's like I'm Ursa, and it's like how unique for a bear. Yeah. What's your name, stout fellow? I'm Ursa. Ursa the bear. Like they can call him Boulder. I don't know. Let's put it on Discord and see what happens. Well, yes, most bears are called Ursa, but what's your name? It's like that's my name. You probably just would say I'm Boulder. Like I said, we need to put it up to a vote or something. Oh, why are you determined to cut off that part of the screen? Why? Okay. Okay, so the line art one is almost done. Ooh, that's not good. Turns out if I up the exposure. Bold door? Why the door? Why door? Where does door come from? Why do you want him to have door in his name? I kept thinking there was a bug behind my ear, by the way, and it wasn't. It was just a hair that was just flicking on my ear, like it was slowly moving past my ear and going, "What the fuck?" Seriously, it's like I want somebody to be called Babbage, and you're like, I don't know why. It's like, okay, well, let's not. It's like, okay, how about cabbage? It's like, no, it's still basically Babbage. Savage, shut up with the, you know, not with the doors have magical power. Doors have magical power beyond light and shadow. Respect the four. I'm not happy with it. Does that mean that Alf is a magical name as well? I'm not getting. I'm not. No. Wow. Yeah. I'm just not a fan of Door because it just reminds me too much of Dio, you know. And this is his name, so it's like it's gonna be it's a big deal, you know. Like this is what he's going to be called from now on, so it kind of needs to be not crap. Sorry. Something that I'm gonna have to that I'm gonna like because it's my character. So Baldarian, Ursa Baldarian. I still want the Ursa. I like the Ursa. No, not having Baldorian. God damn it, how? I was wondering how is he going to fit Door into this. I know he's going to put it in there somewhere. You know. It's gonna turn up again. I know it. I know we're not done with this for some reason. I don't like it. I don't like bold door. I'm sorry. I still like Ursa Boulder. I want to lower the sharpness, but if I do that, then it does look a bit blurry for no reason. What if I lower the exposure? Ew. But then the bright parts don't appear to be. It needs to be bright. God damn it, this is hard. I mean, it looks way better than it did, but fuck it. It looks, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna post this. Post this. Oh, you. There you are. Right. Attack. Bink. It can't find the files that I just altered. That ain't nice and shit. How do we so knows what? Never mind. I'm not minding. It's for mage. Bolton. It doesn't sound good. I don't know why. I don't know why. Hmm. Oh, Nuber says he's cute, but he doesn't know what to name him though. That's a sex bag. I like it. That's a sax bag. I like Ursa sax, but it sounds like we're saying bear balls, you know, just in Latin. I wish I could change the background, you know, to make it like default black, because then I can. If only I could use proper Photoshop, then probably. So yeah, let's critique. So again, black background. I wish I had his full staff. I wanted to do like his his full like fantasy form, and then his civilian real life, you know, modern day form. But I couldn't fit his staff in. I wanted to put his staff somewhere, but I couldn't really figure out where to put his staff. But I wish I did do his proper staff, because you know, like his hat, when he's not in, you know, magical settings, he can transform into like it's kind of like the umbrella thing, like Thor's umbrella. It's actually his hammer. You know, I kind of feel like it. You know, he can basically alter it, probably using the same effect. Of like his walking stick becomes not just an axe; it becomes an actual kind of like full-on mage staff. Hmm. I was going to say a dark grab would make the colors, but exactly. I kind of wish I had black paper so I could do that, and like chalk pencils or something. Hmm. But I do like the long white beard, and the you can tell that it's not just his belly that's puffed up. He's all of him is puffed up in the other picture. Like his face is a lot fuller than when it's not when he's not at full power. Yeah. But yeah, I like I got his little belly button jewel. That makes his magic work. You know, that makes him able to store large amounts of magic, like magical energy that he can just use. It's kind of like his energy collector. It basically enables him to, yeah, basically store energy in his body. Yeah, it's a tiny jewel. That's one of the reasons why the crystal's behind him. And its color changes. It's normally like right now it's kind of like a sapphire, but it can change into like any color. It depends on his mood. It's like a mood ring, but a belly bundle. So yeah. So this character, the whole character idea and design was inspired by Hellboy 66. He basically gave me a couple of ideas, and yeah, I really like how they come out. He basically said that I should have like a bear persona, and I said that it was basically it's a little bit kind of generic, you know. You know, a lot of the fat fur community either have a husky wolf, or they have a fat bear, and it basically is like, yeah, he has to have some kind of gimmick. Basically, I said that to him, and he might be watching this again. And yeah. So we came up with a couple of ideas, and I was like, well, it could be like a bear fireman, or it could be, you know, it could be kind of like, we went through a bunch of ideas, and I basically just said he did like a bear dwarf, a dwarf bear or something. And I was like, well, I like the idea of the beard, and I like the idea of the fantastical setting. So it was like, ooh, a bear mage or wizard or something. So here he is. And it's partially inspired by a picture that I did ages ago for Balloon Blow Mike. Because basically I drew myself as an old wizard, and slightly puffy. And I was like, ooh, what if he was a bear? So I basically did that. That's where it came. That's the whole inspiration for it and stuff. There is another source of inspiration, and that is that there's a panda character that my friend is that I've got a friend who is super into this panda character, and he's just a panda, but he's a wizard, and he wears blue cloak. He wears a big blue cloak, and he's got a big white beard. And I've seen some fan art for this character, and I'm like, oh my god, I want to do that for my friend, because he would love it. He absolutely loves. He fancies the pants off of that panda. So now I can draw him. I can draw my panda. You know, my friend's panda next to my bear, and basically like yeah. I've been wanting to do them a character ever since I found out that they really like them. I just want to say, and I should have said this in my earlier stream, that my fucking leg, I pulled a muscle in my sleep. I stretched my leg in my sleep, and I basically pulled a muscle, and it still hurts in my calf muscle. Bastard! It's just so. It's been bugging me all day. But yeah. Anywho, yeah, that's the that's the character, Ursa Boulder. Ursa Boulder. So yeah. I'm actually kind of pleased with the way it comes out. I don't really have much criticism besides the awkward pencil strokes that you can see a couple of times. You know, most of the time it works for the magical kind of like glowy effect, but on materials like his shirt, like when he's in his other on the other side on his shirt, it kind of looks really bad. Like you can see every single pencil line and stroke. It's just not good. That is pretty neat. Well, yeah. The next picture I do, if I do another art stream anytime soon, which I don't know because I took yesterday off for streaming, and that was pretty, you know, I got back into the work cycle. I'm still super crazy with my sleep cycle, which is so fun. I just get to a point where I'm just super tired and I can't stay up anymore and I have to go to sleep. I had a shower because the hot tub is out of commission. It's going to be deflated this weekend, which is going to be fun. We've had a couple of nights of frost. That's bad. So yeah. So yeah, I have nothing else to talk about. That's basically it. I've done the picture and stuff. Oh, yeah, the next art thing. The next art thing I'm doing. I'm thinking about basically having a round table discussion. If I basically do another stream, another live stream, anytime in the near future, then I'm going to. It's going to be kind of like a round table for the redesign of Five's place. It's like I'm going to redesign it because I can't find the sheet of paper that I got for the layout. I did like a floor plan of Five's lounge, man spa, very man spa lounge, and I want to redesign it because I want to include a second floor. So yeah. So I might do like a roundtable discussion about where things go and stuff. You know. I don't know. Like I'm going to I'm going to draw it up the way it was, and then basically I'm going to do a redesign of like where things can go, and we're going to get the floor plan sorted of this fictional building. So it's going to be a bit of a different thing. It's not really going to be an art stream. It's going to be a kind of like a project, a design stream, I guess. I had cheese earlier. Including mud baths. Yep, the mud baths are going to be in there. I don't know where they're going to be now, but they're going to be in there. Because we basically had like one big mud bath that you could segregate into different, you know, you can basically section it off, section bits of it off, or and we had like a smaller one for just like a private mud bath, so they don't have to clear out all of the mud every time somebody gets in it. You could just like, if nobody's in the mud bath, then you could just use the one that's being cleaned out. So yeah, but I'm thinking about basically having just like a one big mud bath. But yeah. We'll see. We'll see, because there's basically yeah. Might even move them to the outdoor area. What? Because I've really thought the whole place is going to be redesigned. But yeah, I should give you some backstory as well to the original building. The original building was kind of like an old style saloon. It was like it's like an old Western saloon. That's basically because that's, again, this is in the fictional universe of the furry world. But Five basically managed to get a steal on it because it was in good condition, but it was old style saloon. Um, so what he did was he had he had two businesses. He had one that was kind of like a bed and breakfast, which was all of the upstairs rooms and stuff, and the other one which was kind of the lounge, which was the old saloon area, and it had a stage and everything. So basically, he made he did all of the renovations almost himself, and it's now a nice place. But the thing is that there's a staircase that goes nowhere because it basically used to go to the private balcony, and the balcony's been blocked off and had a new ceiling installed, and a floor to make room for all of the rooms for the guest house. So essentially, he's thinking about removing that and just having the top floor be the guest house, and basically having the old balcony back. But the balcony also will come with a new games area and stuff. So yeah, I don't know what's going to be in the new games area, if we're going to move the stage upstairs or what, but it'll mean that there's like alterations that we can do on install stuff. So yeah. It's kind of an expansion of the lounge area, because that's where basically there was a bunch of like there's like the private rooms. Also, there was like one or two private rooms, but there's going to be more private rooms, and like a massaging area. There's a massaging area, and I'm thinking about basically having like some of the private rooms turned into a like private massage areas and stuff like that. So because everything's out in the public, that is the main problem with it. Everything's out in the public, and he's got some curtains there up, and that's it. There's no walls or anything to separate the private spaces off. So yeah. But yeah, I'm thinking of basically having like an actual advertisement, an actual naming of the place, because it's not really got a name. It's not really got a name. It's just the man spa. It's just the man spa. It's like, oh. Doesn't really make sense really because it's the furry place. It should be like there's Five's got a whole backstory to him that like nobody really gives a shit about, but I'm kind of like happy that I've made this backstory, but I'm kind of annoyed at the same time. That I don't really get asked about it. Because the you know Five's backstory is the whole thing about his backstory is that he was just a dog in kind of like Edwardian times England, and essentially his master was taking him out for a walk, and his master was big bearish guy. It's big bearish guy because this is just the story that I drew / wrote for him again ages ago, and he basically had a teleportation kind of like mystical thing. He had like a mystic arts aura. You know, basically he knew how to do certain spells and stuff. And when they were out walking, when he was out walking his dog, basically he got mugged. And you know, Five got injured. Five the dog, because he was just a dog, he got injured. He basically tried to protect his master, got injured, and the thief shot his master. And as his master was dying, the gun was going to be turned towards the dog. As his master was dying, he opened a portal up to the furry dimension, just another dimension. He meant to basically just send him a little further away so that the dog would be saved, but he ended up sending him to the furry dimension. And of course, Five fell into the furry dimension and gained anthropomorphisy because it's the furry dimension. And basically, you know, when he finally did find a way home, he found that it's an entirely different time and stuff and space, and it's complicated. So yeah, that's Five's backstory. It's Five's got a whole backstory, but that's his whole backstory basically. He's retained a lot of his master's kind of you know, just the way his mannerisms. Now that he's a person, now that he's a furry person, he basically has you know, retained a bunch of that. And yeah, it's basically his backstory. It's stupid, I know, but it's fun to like make up shit about fictional characters, you know. But yeah, basically what Five you know, Five Five the owner, Five's owner, is basically just really was a really nice guy, and I basically keep thinking that Five is just a personification of that nice guy. His owner was my uncle. I don't know if that's weird or not. It sounds weird sometimes to myself when I think about it too much. It does sound a bit weird, but yeah. But that is when I first came up with Five in the first place. Was that basically Five was just the furry version of my uncle's dog. You know. When my uncle passed away, I basically made up this whole big story about it in the furry verse, and it kind of is. It's slightly comforting to think about, really. It's a way of keeping both of their memories alive, because Five is based off of he's mostly my personality, but he's based off of Butch, my old dog, like his appearance and everything. But yeah, including my uncle in the backstory is kind of sweet in a way, I think. Just as he was dying, the last thing he did was saving his dog, and it's just a nice way of thinking to myself that if my uncle, if my uncle was in Edwardian times and he was, he was shot, basically, then like one of the things that would be his last act would be to save his dog. So yeah. I do like his smile. So going back to the Ursa character, Ursa Boulder. I'm liking the name every time I say it. I'm liking it. Ursa Boulder, Ursa Boulder, Ursa Boulder. Hmm. I do like in a in like I like to imagine him like having like mystical battles with people just because of his puffiness. It's kind of cute. Would he technically be a wizard? Because mages and wizards are a bit different by my understanding. That's what I mean. I wanted to know if there was like a thing, if there was a thing. Like what would he be? He'd be basically like his backstory is that he kind of like is just a he was a grey bear. Like he was an actual bear that kind of like got. Yeah, but he's got innate magic as well. Mages have magic through learning, so he's a mage. But like I said, he's got innate magic as well. Okay, well he was brought into being via magical powers. So wizard mage, mage wizard, some guy. He's just some dude. So mage wizard. Pseudo mage. One of that kind of implies that he's not really a mage or wizard. He's a magical bear dude. What does that mean? A halfling. I'm just calling him a mage. He has some innate abilities, but basically he's a mage. I have a picture idea, but I'm going to see if anybody asks for it. But why did I draw him with a hat? Because I got to draw the hat every single time I draw him. You? What? What? You be. Oh! You be, yeah. I like it. I do like it. Or just Ursa, I don't know. When I do finally upload that to Affinity, it's going to be awkward because I've got to do his entire character sheet. That's going to be fun. I don't know. I just like the idea of him getting more menacing. I don't know, you know, if you're an opponent, if you're basically a bad orc and you want to defeat him, if you're an orc mage or whatever, and you want to defeat him, then basically, like, it's just going to get more and more menacing as he gets rounder and rounder. Could he grow a beard? Who? Who? His hair comes out straight, naturally straightened hair. The bear. We're talking about the bear, right? No, because we've got too many bushy bearded characters already. Because 5, from now on, 5 is going to have a beard. At least for a month or two. I don't know. But yeah, 5 is going to have a big beard. And essentially, it's going to be like my beard. It's kind of fluffy. You know, it kind of grows curly. But Yubi, I kept nearly saying Ursa, is he's got a long straight beard. It kind of goes grey as it gets to the bottom, and that's only because I don't want him to have grey hair and then a grey beard. I thought that would be a kind of like a bit weird to have beard. Weird beard. Well, I've got a spot on my lip. It's really pissing me off. Well, I've got to go. Mostly because I've got to go pee. And yeah. I don't know if I'll be streaming like later, as in a few hours time, or if it's going to be tomorrow, because I'm moving my sleep cycle the other way because it seems to have tried to reset itself backwards again while I was trying to do the sleep cycle thing. So yeah, it's kind of like this is my bedtime technically. I don't know. I'm gonna get a hard reset soon anyway because basically my mother's coming. So yeah, I don't know whether to just go to sleep when I'm tired or what. I'll find out. But for now, belly rubs, belly salute, and belly scratch. Yeah, for now, I will see you later. I don't know when exactly, but it will be later. I'm going to go finish the tree, I think, after I finish peeing, and then I'm going to try to go to bed, I think. I don't know. I got things to do. I hate having things to do. You know? having to do things is what I meant to say, but it didn't come out of the way. So yeah. Anyway. To do.